Hello, this is Revere Sky, and before we start, got my big cup. Fresh ginger, fresh limes, agave, clove, powdered clove, ground up clove, and ginger powder. Delicious. Just imagine if you had some apple juice, like fresh apples to go in this, but it's delicious just like this. And in this big cup I just put a tablespoon of agave. That's it, no more, just enough to give me a treat. Okay, so when I start writing, this is a disclaimer. I know that I'm energy. I know that I'm far greater than this confined body. But at the same time, I'm a lighthouse. I'm a meter baby. So how I'm attached to the universe, how I'm attached to my celestial body, it manifests within me. I'm tight. I'm strength. I'm everything, okay? Don't let the pigment fool you. At the same time, I have to communicate with people by using the English language, so I'm going to do it, okay? So don't get it twisted. I just had to throw that disclaimer out there. I know I'm energy. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm a celestial body. None of that matters, okay? So it does matter, but I'm saying don't overthrow my words because I'm only trying to communicate with you. The first one, blacklisted, double jeopardy, and identity theft. Now, everybody watched Double Jeopardy, and what happened? The man say that he killed his wife. No. The lady went to jail for killing her husband, but she never killed her husband. She found her husband, and she was able to kill her husband. So this is it reminded me that as you keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper into our lives, we find out that people stole our identities. They stole our indigenous rights. And that being said, that's like double jeopardy. So identity theft is a crime. So we as a collective, the blacklisted people, like, we don't need to call each other black no more. We need to say we're blackballed. We're blacklisted, okay? The blacklisted people need to identify that we are going through an identity crisis. So who has our identity? Some people that didn't even exist when we existed have our identity. And somehow we got caught up in paperwork. Like, how did that happen? How did we get caught up in paperwork? Paperwork didn't exist. Now all of a sudden we caught up in paperwork. If we didn't create the paperwork, how the fuck filing this paperwork, UCC, race card, anything, how does any of it matter? It doesn't pertain to us. That's why I quit doing the UCC, because it doesn't pertain to us. I did send in the race card though to the Social Security office. Hey, I am not subhuman, okay? I'm everything but subhuman. But we have been blacklisted as an indigenous race. So O bloods, if you're O positive and you're living in America, that's North America, Central America, or South America, you can be Mexican. And know this, South America, Portugal, run it. Central America, Spaniards, run it. United States, North America, Canada, French, and English run it. This is little Babylon, okay? America has been colonized in a big way. And they're battling each other. Don't think Portugal, the Spaniards, the British, and the French ain't battling each other now over who gonna claim what and how far they can go. So we as a people, as the indigenous race, I'm a B blood, but if I don't protect the O bloods and I don't speak up for the O bloods, there's gonna be problems. And I can't live not knowing that I did not try to protect what's rightfully ours. And it's not us to have, but we were the caretakers of this land. I don't care if it's just a bubble. I don't care if it's flat, round. I don't care if it's up your ass. In this point in time, we were the caretakers. Do not think Indian is automatically what you see on TV. No. If you're dark skinned with curly, silky hair, like an Ethiopian but tighter curls, more islander, Pacific-like, you are indigenous to the land. You are native to the land. You are in fact native. You are in fact indigenous. Actually, Indian is not something you want to use. Indian is like another word for Negro or something. Or another blacklisted name. So you are native, you are indigenous. If you want to say you're black, say you've been blacklisted. Okay? Because you're not black. You're not a crayon, you're not a Crayola. But you're definitely blacklisted. You're definitely blackballed. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on I Live to Break the Cycle. Start seeing what I post. It is very, very crucial. So, just know like hell, if somebody that is not old blood come to you talking about they done took your rights. Not only that, took your rights. They have your rights. I promise you, this is double motherfucking jeopardy. You have a right to kick they motherfucking ass. There is no law that protects you. And we still working on this civil rights thing. Okay? But there is no law that protects you. You filing paperwork is bullshit. Paperwork only helps you to, okay, you see a loophole. You see you can file this, you can file that. True. But as soon as you file this and everybody else file it, they come up with a new ordinance, a new code, a new jurisdiction. So, fuck the paperwork. These people that make the law don't go by the paperwork. They don't go by the law. They don't go by anything. They just fucking straight handle business. So you have to get that in your mind, that you're willing to handle fucking business. Any means necessary. That's why I say blacklisted, double jeopardy, identity theft. Think about it. If I'm married, and this is the serial side of me. If I'm married and some bitch just come in and try to replace me. She done sit up here and put me in a trunk somewhere and think she done stole my husband or something. I'm just giving you a scenario. I don't wish nothing bad on me at all or nobody else. And I survive. Ain't no law on this motherfucking planet can save that bitch. Not even the cosmic law. So that's how you're supposed to feel about your identity being stolen as a people, as a collective. Okay. Time to activate the dominant genes. We're dominant. We are fucking dominant. It's time to activate those genes. It's time to be prestige. It's time to be high and mighty and proud of who you are. Totally 100%. Women, I don't care how many scars, bruises, or what's going on. Leave the makeup alone for about, you can wear it every now and then, but let people identify you for who you are. Your hair, let people see your natural hair. Only do styles that protect your hair. Don't stretch your hair out of proportion unless you naturally coil it yourself. Don't dye it. Don't bleach it. Just, you can cover it up with colors, but don't do nothing that's permanent. It's time that we look around at each other and identify who we are. We're so beautiful. We're beings that have been suppressed for so long, and it's time to reach out. It's time to be that dominant gene, that powerful, passionate gene. How you think motherfuckers felt when they seen this nappy head bitch walk in the motherfucking store on goddamn Thanksgiving? They looked at me like, oh, they still exist. You motherfucking right. We still motherfucking exist. We ain't going nowhere. I'm a manifestation that just keep popping up like little blue smurfs walking around this motherfucker. Okay? So it's time to activate that dominant gene, that dominant mindset, that dominant spirituality, that dominant celestial force, that dominant love, okay? Activate those genes. My sisters in the hood. Now, shout out to, I think her name is LaVar. I met her at Venice Beach or whatever. But she's on my Facebook or whatever. DeVar. And she was talking about sisters in the hood, and I should go do some events with her or whatever, but I didn't have time. But I reflected on it, I reflected on it. It is now time to all the conscious women that are powerfully strong-willed and everything, no matter the situation, no matter how much these women fuss with you, fight with you, we have to protect the dark-skinned women. I bet you say, but what about us? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We have to protect the Dravidian gene. The Dravidian gene is the blue gene, the blue blood, okay? So the Dravidian, look it up. If you look at the Dravidian people, we need to protect that hue, that gene. So when you look at your brothers and sisters within America, the United States, or any part of America, and you see the Dravidian gene, let them know about it. Slip them a piece of paper and say, research this. Do you know how powerful you are? What's your blood type? Are you O blood? Do you know that you're indigenous to this land? And once you realize you're indigenous to this land, you can start moving forward. You can start claiming what's rightfully yours to thrive and to grow and to nurture. Okay? Very important. Very important. Also, parasites. It is definitely time to do cleansings dealing with the gut. The gut, to me, is the first brain, because it's going to tell this brain what to do. Okay? That being said, mind over matter. The parasites within the gut are dealing with the elf waves. So, remember I said in a few videos ago, I said, now, blue-eyed, blonde-haired people are okay until that parasite get activated. And then they're a whole nother person. So, know this. Start doing parasite cleanse with Dr. Sebi herbs. And how you pull those herbs through the digestion tract, you have to start using slippery elm or psyllium husk, and start pulling so those herbs can go down through there. Okay? Parasite cleanse, because you'll start having paranoia, you'll start having problems with sensitivity, irritation, and you need to know that the anxiety and stress is happening because parasites and chemicals from processed foods and stuff are taking over your body. And you don't want that to happen. And they run off the elf waves. Research it. Not only that, sisters and brothers, we have to figure out how to not always turn our back on each other. Like, if you have differences, you just have differences. Unless somebody's just completely trying to play you take from you, steal from you, trick you, bribe you. Then you put up your defense. But there's a lot of helpless souls out there, especially within our genetic background on this plane, okay? Know this, if we keep dogging each other out and you feel like the blue-eyed, blonde-haired people are a threat, what happens is, I'm going to tell you something. No black person could jump me off. One day, battery died. No black person could jump me off. This white guy with blue eyes had an RV. It was like he sent out a telepathic message. He said, no, I don't have any cables. He checked everywhere, but I told him to quit checking because I felt like he was exposing his what's it called, these luggage area, and I didn't want him to feel like I was nosy. And I'm not gonna go through all my luggage looking for nothing, somebody staring at me, because I'm always think somebody out to get me. So, but he didn't feel that way, and I didn't want him going through his luggage, so I walked away while he looked, and I kept asking this person, and this person. Nobody had anything. No black person had anything. And this was the one time I didn't have my jumper cables on me because they're with my van with my mother. Okay. So, next thing you know, a tow truck pulled beside me. And I thought the man had got out and went in or something. And when he got out, he had brunette black hair with blue eyes. And I said, may I get a jump off? And he said, sure. So when you're in a situation where nobody can help you, not even your own race, nobody ain't got no jumper cables, nothing, can't nobody help you, but then this blue-eyed person is there for you, and he did it for free. I still gave him $5, but he did it for free, okay? And I would have had to give roadside assistance $150 right here in a public parking lot. No black person I asked had cables at all. Couldn't help me, not one bit. Couldn't even help themselves if they broke down. But this is all I'm trying to say. Be mindful that you can hurt people and hurt people and hurt people. And there you go. Jesus Christ done moved in and just saved the world. Do you get where I'm coming from? So just be mindful of that. Help people. Especially your own kind. Help people. You ain't got to give them no money, but help people. I hate that creaking noise. I really do. So, and if I could come back 1,000,000 times, I love this manifestation. I want to learn something new and I want to experience different things, but baby, I'm in love with this 100. Okay, 3,000 over here. I'm in love with it. So no matter if you're Nubian, light skin, dark skin, chocolate, pecan, red, yellow, if you got O positive blood, you are definitely tied to the land. Okay? Dravidian people, Dravidian, make sure you look into that. And vegans, vegetarians. Okay, let me give you this. We can't rely on the FDA or whoever to prepare our food, to sell us food no more. It's a crisis with insects, okay? They're actually taking the genetics of the insect and hybridizing it with the fruits and vegetables. they're not just injecting larvae or into the fruits and vegetables. They're actually taking the genetic coding of the insect, pairing it, or coding it with the fruits and vegetables. So now our DNA is attacking our cells. Not only that, you may, if you don't detox, you may have like little white heads come to the surface and shit, and it just seems like it never actually can finish coming out. Like, no matter how much you cleanse, no matter how much you detox your colon, it just seems like it just continues to come out. This is definitely a problem. You have to start growing your own food. As knowledgeable people, as long as we're still eating, we're gonna have to start growing our own food. The food that's going to the store got too much wax on it, got too much coloring on it, got too much pesticide on it, got too much of everything. Not only save your seeds, plant your seeds. Plant your seeds, plant your seeds, plant your seeds. And it was something else. Just know the paperwork doesn't benefit us. The paperwork is only there to confuse us and keep us behind in time. That's it. That is not our law. And if you solely want to rely on white people privileges, I said it before, you're gonna get hung up, because the white people are more enslaved and tied into this big business than we are. Okay? We still have a freedom of speech, whereas they can do stuff, but they could just cut them off like that. They may end us. They may let us go through our whole legacy and dream before they cut us off. But them, they're like a Trojan horse when they start talking. I don't know. All I know is I'm just here, like everybody else, to help make you think. Let's join the crowd, because we have been blacklisted, we have been blackballed, and it's time that you start recognizing this and reach out. When you see those people with in this hair, I have not neglected y'all. Know that we are kind of mysterious people, because when people look at us, they say, oh, you must be mixed with African and Indian, because you know how they say Africans' hair don't grow because it be about this long, and then you must have got with somebody who hair grew long. Oh no, we the real SpongeBob, and they don't talk about us. Nope, they do not talk about us. We the real SpongeBobs. Okay, so just know, look left, look right, and start reaching out to these people. Just give them a little card. Say, do you know you're indigenous to this land? Go get your blood type checked. It's time to start loving, loving, loving. Man, it's amazing to know that over 90% of America, North, Central, and South America, is old blood. And these people are just enslaved in their own materialized fashion. Ooh, I hate that. Did you hear that? That shit freaks me out. I swear to God, I be thinking somebody... I'm going to tell y'all how I got this jitter. I'm going to tell you somehow I got this jitter. This happened to me a few times, where you're somewhere and some bum just starts checking all your doors. I mean, literally checking all your doors. So when I hear something, it freaks me out. Like, I was laying down one time, I was in my van, and this damn guy was just pulling on all my doors. And something said, be prepared. If he break a window, be prepared to kick both doors fast as fuck. Meaning I would have kicked this person through the roof. Like, you know, just imagine 2 double doors coming at you when you think you about to open the door. Whoosh. So ever since then, I've always had the jitters. And plus there's a lot of energies around me. There's a lot of shadows around me. So when I hear those creaks and stuff, it really irks me. Do I deal with it? Yeah. I feel it. Like it runs through my body. I feel it. Because I've just been in this situation too many times where I hear leaves moving and there's somebody actually walking by my window. This is not a car. I'm talking about an actual house. They're creeping around the house. The leaves are crunching and I can actually hear them walking up to my window. There was a time when I used to walk around in pitch black darkness. Now I feel I can't. So I'm neglecting my melanin upgrades. And that's another thing. I did a meme that said, which one is more important? Getting your 8 hours of sleep so you can activate your melanin and cleanse your body? Like, all of a sudden, like, you know when you get sleepy, you start itching. But when you go to sleep and let your body detox, everything that was wrong with you last night is just totally gone, like it never existed. If you do not get this sleep, if you do not get your body rest to detox, you cannot heal yourself. So I recommend everybody to get on blue vervain. They got it at Walmart. I don't know how long it's going to be pure, but blue vervain stink. It smells like eggs and belly button and back of the ear. I swear to God, blue vervain stinks. And these capsules stink. So get them while they fresh and while it's pure. Okay? Get the blue vervain capsules from Walmart. You can go to any Mexican or Indian store. They'll have like the 99-cent packs of herbs. They have blue vervain. Solid. Big old chunks. Just take a piece and chew on it or steep it in hot water. But I think that y'all need to observe my jitter anyway, because I know I'm not the only one doing this. I'm sure some other people that have been freaked out by situations where they felt like they done got caught up being a victim of some shit. And the noises really, really irk me. Like, I don't know, it's because I'm not getting enough rest, enough sleep. But when it's daylight, these noises don't even faze me. But another thing, during the daylight, there's so many frequencies. Everything is so high that you can't even hear these noises. But at night, you can hear these noises. And it really bothers me. So yeah, there you have it. Blacklisted, blackballed, double jeopardy, identity theft, time to activate your genes, my sisters in the hood, my brothers in the hood, parasite cleanse, elf waves. We are powerful. We're a powerhouse. Don't wish to be any other race. That's right. I don't want to be no Nordred, and I fantasize about orange hair in the jungle. I mean, in the lush forests and shit. You know, they amaze me. But no, we have orange-haired people too. The druids and shit. You know, it amazes me. They're beautiful people. They're alluring. The red hair and stuff. But no, I love me. I love me more than y'all can imagine. Okay. Nubian, light, dark, whatever. Ethiopian looking, whatever. Copper tone. Just know that out of all places, the United States is where they decided to enslave the mind. The biggest lab race you can imagine. So just know we're just as powerful as Ethiopians or anybody else, okay? Quit looking over there and focus on here. And remember, we was all one planet. So don't have nobody saying, oh, I'm going back to Africa. Take your weak link ass back to Africa then. Because naming anything, putting a label on anything, giving anything a label, giving anything terminology only puts a spell on you anyway. So, say the motherland. Say anything. But when we say Africa, America, we're only doing this because we don't know no other way to communicate with each other. We don't know the tunnels and the tones that we're supposed to be speaking. So we're continuously putting spells on ourselves. Now, let's see. Now, I wanted to say this. One more thing. Something dawned on me. So this old dude was watching Big Mama's house, where I think it's with what's his name? I forget his name. Martin Lawrence. When he plays the police, undercover police, as a big lady. If you notice that he had a goldish blonde wig on. And this goldish blonde wig was like the Aborigines. And she had dark skin.